Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to learn one of the most important concept in C, that is arrays. So what is an array? So array is a group of related data items that is stored in a contiguous memory location. What are the disadvantages of array is it has a fixed size and we cannot increase the size of the array at runtime. So how there are different types of arrays which we can declare here. One is character array, then we can declare this as float as well as integer. The first one is introduction to array. So the first one is one-dimensional array. How to declare a one-dimensional array? So if we want to store a student's class marks. So for example, in a class there are 60 students, and if we want to store the 60 students marks, we can go for the array concepts. So how the data are stored here is this initial memory location is taken as array of 0, the second memory location as array of 1, then followed by 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So this is how we are going to initialize an array. So how we are going to initialize this? So it is a data type. First we have to declare the data type, that is integer or float or it is a character. Then we have to give a name of an array. It can be marks of 4 students or any other details like names of the book or whatever it is. So here we are going to store the marks of 4 students, and these 4 students marks are 67, 87, 56 and 77. 67 will be stored in array of 0, 87 will be stored in array of 1 and 56 will be stored in array of 2 and 77 will be stored in array of 3. So first, how we need to know how to declare a one-dimensional array and how we have to declare and how we have to initialize. In this, we declare integer I, integer array of. So first, we need to declare an array. So array of. So we have to use open and close the square brackets. So the three values are used here, namely 2, 3 and 4. Inside, we are using a for loop as I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. So the value of I equal to 0 points to 2, I equal to 1 points to 3, and I equal to 2 points to 4. So the output is printed as 2, 3, and 4. So how we have to give runtime array initialization is using a scanf statement here. And this approach is usually used for initializing large arrays. So in this scanf %d ampersand array of 3 means the insert element will be index 3, that is the fourth position in an array. So this is a basic code snippet showing how the array elements are entered and how the values are printed. So for example, in this program, we have declared an array of size 5. So the value is 6. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here a for statement is used to read all the values which we enter inside an array. So the array elements, so when we are taking the array, we have to read the array elements. The array elements which we enter here is 3, 2, 4, 1 and 5. After that, it goes into the for loop. The first value is 3. After that, then when the value of I is incremented, the second value points to 2. And inside this for statement, here we are using a nested for statement. So the first element and second element will be added. So sum plus equal to array of I. So initially the sum value is 0. The first value is 0 plus 3. When the array value, then when the I value is incremented, when I equal to 1, 3 plus 2 will be added and the value becomes 5. And when the I value is 2, 3 plus 2 plus 4 will be added, and I value is 3, 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is added. When I value is 4, 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 will be added. So the total sum is equal to 15. Once it comes out of the loop, the value of sum equal to 15 will be printed. So this is one of the example which shows how you can use an array. Then accessing and indexing is we can point out to the particular place and we can use we can access the elements present inside an array as array of 2 or array of 3. So this is one of the compilation error. So here point of 15. There is no value point of 15 here. So this will lead to an error. In this case, to access all the elements, we are using the for loop, and using the particular indexing, we can access the particular element of an array. In this case, this printf statement will print the first element of the array, and array of 5, printf %d array of 5 prints the sixth element of the array. So these are the following operations performed by an array. Those are traversal, copy an array, reversing an array, sorting. Sorting means to print the numbers in ascending or descending order. We can insert an element in an array, we can delete an element in an array, we can search a particular element is available in an array, we can merge also an array. The first one is traversal. So traversal means we are accessing every elements of the array. So one example which we have considered previously is sum of the marks of all elements present in an array. So that is a good example for traversal. The next is copy an element of an array. So copy an array element. We have two arrays, source and destination, namely A and B. We can copy the element of A to B using this array 2 of I, which is equal to array 1 of I. So for example, we have used two memory locations, namely in this memory location 200, 201, 202, 203. So here we have the values 1, 2 and 3 and 4. If you want to copy it to some other destination whose address are 300, 301, 302, 303, after this code, the values will be copied to this memory location 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is copying the element of an array. So reversing an element of an array is, so for example, if your input is 1, 2, 3, 4, we can reverse the elements as 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorting of an array. So this is a small code snippet showing how to sorting in ascending or descending order. So this is the outer loop for which how many numbers. So for example, there are 5 numbers in an array and we have to sort this in ascending or descending order. So for which we are using an inner loop to sort these elements, inner loop. So the elements which we are going to give here is 20, 30, 40, 10, so like this. So these values, how many inputs are there is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 values if you want to sort out these elements in ascending or descending. So in this case, array of I is greater than array of j. So array of I is greater than, so first element will be compared with the second element. So that will be stored in a register called as temporary. So if you are going to sort this in ascending order means, so this will be available in the same memory location and the first value will be compared with the second value. So if it is less, it will be placed in the same space, and if the first value will be compared with 4, so in this case 10 is less, so 10 will go and occupy the first space, and automatically 20 will occupy the second space, 30 and 40. So first will be compared with this one, so this is smaller, compared with 30, comparison with 40. Similarly, 20 is compared with 30, 20 is compared with 40, then 30 is, so this is how this particular program is executed. So sorting of elements of an array in ascending or as well as in a descending order. If you want to change the code snippet, if you put lesser than symbol, this will be sorted in descending order. So if you want to insert an element in an array also, we can go for this insertion. So in this case, this is a small code snippet showing the how if position of n plus 1 is greater than n plus 1 or position less than 1, the position entered is invalid. So in this case, if you want to insert some element, so for example 1, 2, 3, 4, if you want to insert an element between 2 and 3 as some value called as 5. So using this code snippet, you can insert this. If you want to delete an element in an array also, we can delete. So for example, if an array values 1, 2, 3, 4, if you want to remove 2, you can make use of this code snippet. So here I equal to position minus 1, I less than n minus 1, comma I plus plus. Here we have to declare the value of which position we want to remove it, and we can remove from that particular space. This is a small program showing how the arrays are inserted. So these are the array values, and the values of the arrays are printed. The values are 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. So this small program shows how we are taking the arrays input as 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 23, 22, 33, 35. We have to check the inputs in of an array is even number. So in order to find out the number is an even number, here we are using the for loop to read all the elements in an array. So I of 0 is 1. If a value of I equal to 1 means 3, then 2, I value equal to 2, I value equal to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. That is why we have given the terminated value as 12. So next is array I percentage 2 equal to 0. So we have to check every value and we have to get the remainder. So modulo operation means the remainder should be equal to 0. So the first value 1 divided by 2, the remainder is not equal to 0. So this is not an even number. Similarly 3, 5, 7, 9. So if it is 10, so 10 percentage 2, the remainder is 0. So the output printed here are 10, 12, 14 and 22. So these outputs are even numbers. So this is a small program shows how to read and print an element of an array. So whatever values you are giving inside this array. So for example, if you are giving the input as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here the element, so you can see the element 0 is 1, element 1 is 2, element 2 is 3, element 3 is 4, element 4 is 5, element 5 is 7, element 6 is 8, 7 is 9, element 8 is 1, element 9 is 1. So whatever we are giving the input, we can give the inputs and we can find out what are the elements in an array. So this is a small code showing how to find the sum of all the elements in an array. So for which we can use sum plus equal to A of I. So which means that sum equal to sum plus A of I. If the here in this the input given to this array is 2 comma 5 comma 8, so the output is 2 plus 5 plus 8, which is equal to 15. So far we have declared how to initialize a one-dimensional array. Here we are going to declare how a two-dimensional array is initialized. So in this data type, we can use integer or double or whatever it is. Array name of, we have to give row size and column size. So that is a row size. So for example, if you want to create a 3 cross 2 matrix, so the row size is 3 and column size is 2. So any values we can. So this is a 3 cross 2 matrix having 3 rows and 2 columns. So this is a small code showing how we have to declare a two-dimensional array. So here for two-dimensional array we have 3 parameters, namely I, j and k. So I is outer loop, j is for row, and k we have to initialize for column. So this is a small example showing the two-dimensional array. Here we are giving the size as 2 cross 3 matrix. So in the 2 cross 3 matrix, the values are printed as 1, 2, 3 and 3, 2, 1. This is how we initialize a two-dimensional array. The other way of expressing this two-dimensional array is array 1 of 50 comma 50. So array 1 consists of this is one array whose rows and column size is 50 and 50, and B is another array whose rows and column size is 50 50, and C is another array whose column size is 50 and 50. Here we are going to perform the matrix addition. So the first loop is used to read all the arrays. So a addition of two matrix, we are doing it here. So first, for every case, we have to declare all the matrix. So this is the first matrix. So this is the second matrix. First matrix is A of 50 50. Second matrix is B of 50 50. And third matrix is C of 50 50. That is the sum. This is a sum. So sum C, we can see that also has to be initialized. So CRR of I comma j, which is equal to A matrix plus B matrix. So this is where the addition is performed. The first matrix values are 1, 2, 3, 4. Second matrix values are 5, 6, 7, 8. And the addition of matrix is 6, 8, 10 and 12. Thank you.